So hello everyone, welcome to Triaright. This is back 365. Myself Sujit. So in this session, we are going to learn what is class method, how to define class method, then what is the use of this class method, each and everything we are trying to see now. So guys, what is class method? Class method are used for assessing and modify the class member. Class member means inside the class, whatever the variable we are trying to create, these are treated as our class member. Then now if my requirement will be I want to modify or I want to access, then at that time we are trying to use this class method. So now we are trying to go to our VS Code and we have tried to create a class. So here I am taking the same example called bank. Okay, now my requirement will be I want to change the bank location because for one bank there have n number of customer, then I have to change the rate of interest. Just like that, if I want to change, then at that time I need to create the class method, because class method is nothing but it is the object functionality. Okay, so first I need to give some common method, common variables, or we can say that common property. So here I need to give the bank name called SBI. Then here I need to pass rate of interest called 0.02. Then here I need to find the location. Okay, here I'm location will be Bengaluru. Then here I need to pass the one more branch. Okay, so here I need to pass again also Mysore. Okay, so these are my common property that available. Okay, so now my requirement will be I want to create some uncommon property, because for one object there might be chance common property also there, uncommon property also there. So now to create uncommon property, we have to use the constructor called double underscore init double underscore, and it will be taking one mandatory argument that is called self. Okay, so now if you are trying to create our object member, now you need to initialize. So here I need to initialize name, phone number, okay, phone. Then here I need to pass PAN number and balance. Okay, these are the things I need that. Okay, so now first I need to store the value on that. Okay, so now I need to store self dot name equal to name. Then I need to store self dot phone equal to phone. Then I need to write self dot PAN number equal to PAN, and last one will call our self dot balance. Okay, so now as of now we are just trying to create a class and we are create the common property and uncommon property. So now I just want to create object. So here I'm creating object one by the help of our class name. Then you need to provide the parenthesis. Inside this parenthesis you need to pass your object variable. Okay, whatever the parameter you are passing at the time of constructor, now you need to pass. So here I need to pass Sujit. Then here I need to pass the phone number. Okay, so here I am passing phone number. Then I need to pass the Aadhaar card. Then here I need to pass the balance. Okay, for object one it's done. Now I need to create for object two. So after giving the class name, again I need to pass all the argument. So here I need to pass the phone number. Okay, after passing the phone number, now I need to pass the Aadhaar number. Okay, after that I need to initialize the balance. Okay, so as of now we are trying to create object and we are trying to create common property as well as the uncommon property. If I'm trying to run this one, it will be not giving any output. Okay, it's okay. So now my requirement will be I want to change the location. Okay, if my requirement will be now my bank will be changed the location from Bangalore to Odisha. So at that time we are trying to access or modify these details. So at that time we are trying to use our class method. Then guys, how to create class method? Because if you see, whenever we are trying to create our object method, we are only taking the self as a mandatory argument. Then how to deal with that? So every time whenever you are trying to create class method, it also taking one mandatory argument that is called our self. But in this case, self will be stored the current object address. It will be not storing the current object address. It will be storing current class address. Okay, so here it will be storing the current class, because now we are trying to access or change the class variable. That's why here it will be storing in the self current class address. Okay, guys. So also it will be taking one more argument that is called our decorator class method. Okay. So as of now, we don't know what is decorator. Okay. So in the upcoming session, we are trying to see how to create decorator and each and everything. But for this session, we are trying to know that whenever you are trying to use your class method, every time you need to use your at the rate decorator, or we can say that decorator class method. Okay, so if you are trying to initialize, you need to initialize at the rate and you need to pass your class method. Okay, so this is called our decorator class method. So now first, whenever you are trying to create a class method, first you need to provide decorator class method. After that, you need to create your function. So now my requirement will be, I want to change the location. So here I am creating my function called change LOC, and here it will be taking one mandatory argument that is called self. Self will be storing the current class address. So here it will be storing the current class address. After that, now my requirement will be, I want to change this particular thing. So how to change? Now we are going to see now. So first we need to take the new address. Okay, so how to take? So first we are trying to create a new variable. So new address I'll be storing from the user input. So guys, here will be taking as the in the form of the string. That's why here I'm directly writing input function. So enter the new location. Okay, after I'm getting enter the new location, I need to update that particular things. So guys, now here I need to write self dot location equal to new address. Okay, so now it will going to update. Now after that, I need to print that. Okay, because after adding on that, I need to print that change location is done. Change location is done. So this is the way we can create a class method. So first you need to provide decorator class method. Okay, still now we don't know what is the use of this decorator, but in this process we don't need to understand that particular thing. In the upcoming classes we are trying to understand more about this, but for this class method, make sure that first you need to provide this decorator at the rate you need to represent, then you need to give def means to represent a function. Now we need to pass a function name. After it will be taking one mandatory argument that is called our self. It will be storing the current class address. Okay, now one class will be done. Okay, or we can say that one class method is done. Now if my requirement will be, I want to display all the bank detail. So here also we need to use the class decorator. So here I am using at the rate class method. Now I need to display bank details. Okay, so bank details I need to. So here also it will be taking one mandatory argument. Okay, so guys, now I need to show all the details that's available here, means by the help of your class variable only. Okay, so now I just want to print all the things. So print by the help of our f string. So the bank name is here. You need to print self dot. Okay, bank name. If I try to write this like that, it's okay. Okay, bank name, because we are trying to use for different customer. That's why. Okay, so then you need to print, because this value will be same for every user, but we need to represent by the help of our object reference as well as the class reference. That's why here I'm using this self. Okay, so then f string of the rate of interest is, here you need to specify self dot ROY. Okay, then the next one will be, I need to display the location. So the bank location is, okay, location is self dot location, and the last one will be, I need to print that f string the branch of bank is, here you need to specify self dot branch. Okay, so as of now we are already creating two function. Okay, means function means we are trying to create by the help of our class decorator. Okay, so now how to access this thing? By the help of our class reference as well as the object reference. So first we are trying to fetch with our object reference, then the class reference. So how to use the object reference? First you need to provide your object name. Then after you provide the object name, now you need to provide the method name. So here first my requirement will be I want to show the bank detail of my object one. So now if I try to run this one, first it will be storing all the detail that I am passing at the time of object creation. Now here my requirement will be I want to know the object one all bank details. Okay, so here it will be written the bank name is SBI, the rate of interest is 0.02, the bank location is Bengaluru, and the branch of bank is Mysore. Okay, so now guys, if I try to access the change location, means my requirement will be I want to change for entire location Bengaluru to Odisha. So at that time we are changing for all the customer. That's why here using that particular class method. Okay, so here we are using the class reference also. So how to use this class reference? First you need to provide your class name, then here you need to provide your object name, or we can say that class method. So here the class method will be change location. So here I need to provide change location. So guys, if you are passing the object name, it's okay. If you are not passing the object name also, it's okay. Okay, so now my requirement will be I don't want to pass the object name, because here it will be changed for all the customer, right guys? So before and after we are trying to see now. So now I want to print the object one location, and after changing also I need to check that object one as well as the object two also. Okay, for both the things, because we are only creating, we are changing by the help of our class reference. Okay, so now if I try to run this one, so first it will be taking the user input from which location to which location you want to change. So as of now my location will be Bangalore. Now I need to pass Odisha. Okay, so guys just see change location is done, and after the location will be changed for the object one also same, and for the object two also same, because the bank, we can say that this bank class method will be changed for the class variable. That's why it will be changed for entire object. If I try to create one more object also, it will be changing. Okay, so this is all about our class method that's available in our Python. So now we're trying to write all the theoretical points that are available in our class method. Okay, so the class method, okay, so the class method are used for accessing the, okay, accessing the, or accessing and modify, because here also we are trying to modify the location guys, right? That's why accessing and the modify the class member, or we can say that class variable. Okay, now the second point, class method also take a must argument as class. Okay, CLS. Okay, so class method, okay, class method will also take one mandatory argument. Okay, that is called CLS. What is the use of this CLS? So CLS is used to store current class address. Okay, so these, now the next point will be each and every class method must be used as a decorator with class method decorator. Okay, so each and every class method, because whenever we are trying to create any class method, every time you just need to use the decorator class method. Okay, now here also we are trying to specify, so each and every class method, every class method must be decorate as with class method, okay, class method decorator. Okay, now what is the syntax to doing like that? Okay, so for the syntax, first you need to provide, so here I will write that particular syntax also. First you need to provide a class. By the help of this class keyword, you need to create a class. After creating the class, now first you need to provide the class method decorator. Okay, so here class method, then here you need to create your method def, then method name. Here it will be taking one mandatory argument, that is called CLS. If I try to pass more argument, or it's okay. Okay, now you can write your all the statements. Okay, statements. Okay, so this is the syntax that's available. Then guys, how to access? Then by the help of both object reference as well as the class reference. So now we are trying to write the same thing also here. So we can access class methods, okay, with both both object reference as well as the class reference. Okay, so these are the all related point that's available in our class method, and this is the example related to our class method. So that's all for this session. In the upcoming session, we are trying to discuss what is our static method. So thanks for watching. Triaright.